Hello, Henny. Hi, Alma. Hello, Tim, Joni, Cherry, Joni, Cherry, Pearl Scott, Daisy. Hello, Schuler. Beach bound for life. This is a little bit better. This is a little bit better. It's kind of dark out here. Hello, Ryan. Hello, Warrior Princess. Abby. Hello, Black Queen. Shannon. Hello, Blue Eye Girl. Hello, Princess Mo. Hello, Brittany. There's really not much to do until there's not much to do. It's already done. So what do you need? What do you want? Hello, SNS Suist. Good evening. And welcome to Sunday night. Hello, Nora. Maybe if I scoot over just a tiny bit, the light will be a little bit better. A little bit. Hello, Bree. Hello, darling. Hello, Sky. Hello, Killy Durnatty. I should lower the subscription goal. We got 96 out of 113. Let's set it to 96 out of 109. There, that's better. Hello, Felix. Views that hit. Good name. Hello, Carla Wood. Little bit. Hey, Felix. Good evening. What's keeping you up so late? Hello, Texas Alchemy. Hello, JP. Ethereal Glow. No, I don't miss the East Coast. I hope to never go back. I want to go to my parents' house once with a moving truck. Felix just woke back up, couldn't sleep. Hello, Otter Gator. Hello, Anne-Marie. Jake. Hello, Jack. Hello, Mercedes. Yeah, that's right. I left a lot of people back on the East Coast. A little over 200 people crowdfunded me to survive a medical issue 3 years ago. And I left all of them behind. All my friends, clients, family, acquaintances, friends from high school, extended family. Extended family. I can't become who I am in that environment. So I thought that using TikTok would get me a ticket out of there, and it worked. It should have worked 2 years ago, but there was some snags. So then I started being a little more secretive. And I learned not to create a situation that excludes anybody. Well, I guess I still exclude people, but I exclude those who work against building community. Felix is going to travel soon. What are you trying to get away from? Hello, Liz718. I like the emojis. You got some good emojis over there. 3D prints by JD. 3D printing is a good thing to get into. Yeah, Felix has got to get away from Michigan. All right, where would you like to travel to? Hello, Jack X. Thanks for the likes. Calvin Dunn, hello. 3D prints by JD. I think 3D printing is a good thing to get into. Great job. You're an early innovator. You will establish yourself in your area as the person to go to if they need parts that either can't be found or would take too long to ship. "3D printing is going to make warehouses obsolete. It's going to make a lot of things obsolete. On-demand, local manufacturing is going to radically change the entire supply chain and everything we think we know about warehousing. Lots of businesses are going to slowly disappear and new jobs will be created. I'm glad to see you're ahead of the curve, JD. All right, we're getting somewhere. Felix is going to travel away from Michigan toward Colorado. Very good. Hello, Bubba Shrimp Boat. Hello, Hubs. Jack X, thank you for the tapping. Hey, Bubba Shrimp Boat. Let's run a poll. See how everybody feels. It's just an opportunity to click a button. I hope you don't think about it too much. Thank you, Felix. Hello, Kay. Hello, Amused One. Hello, Sheep Over. Good name. What's keeping you up on a Sunday night? It's already 2:21 on the West Coast, and it's getting late. The ice cream and coffee changed your life. I hope to get some ice cream tomorrow. I don't do it every day anymore. I'm out on the road. It's kind of difficult to do it on the road. There's nowhere to store the ice cream. gotta do it all in one shot. It's worth it if it's like 1 out of every 3 or 4 days, though. Now it's just a treat. I used to do 4 of them a day. Hello, Sabina. Alright, amused one can't sleep. What's on your mind? There's not too much going on right here. The rules of the past are no longer necessary. The primary objective has been accomplished. So we're on to new phases now. This will require different rules and a different way of managing what can and can't happen here. Many of the comment restrictions have been lifted. Not all of them. But a lot of topics and things that you were discouraged from talking about before here are now allowed. For now. Hello, Michael. Hello, Life with Miranda. Hello, Divergent Soul 310. Hello, Roberta. Hello, Julia. Good evening. Hello, Miss Knoll. Welcome to Sunday night. Good evening, Morgan. Welcome to Sunday night. Thank you, Chris. What's keeping you up so late on a Sunday? You'll be back in the safety of your office on a Monday. No problem. You're getting paid to listen to TikTok? That's power. What good are memories? Look around you. You're alive. And you're here. You exist. Awake. Aware. Alive. It's any ever. Where are we at? I'm in your phone. I'm just a guy in the phone. You got me in your pocket. Hello, Morgan. Welcome to Sunday night. What's keeping you awake? Hello, added. BabyBoo_BabyBoo1313. Good name. What haunts me? Nothing anymore. I got a pretty clear head. Which is why I'm here. I have a lot of space to absorb your problems. There's not much you can do anymore to hurt me. So, feel free to spill it all out if you want. Hello, happy sailor. Good evening, Wolfman Clint. Thank you for confirming your membership on the club. It used to be called a team. Hello, Faye. Thanks for the tapping. Hello, Chris. Oh, you're Jackwave too. I didn't know that. I'll follow you back right now. I didn't realize that was you. Yeah, okay. Hello. Morgan has asked if I believe in the supernatural. I don't think believe is a good word for anything. I don't like the word believe. I don't know why it's a club now. Why did they change from teams to clubs? I guess because myself and other live creators don't really need your help. It's not exactly a team. It's more like a club. I'm here to help you, not the other way around. Hello, Tyler. Hello, Tyler. Well, thank you, Jack X. I'm once again a guy in your phone. What did you miss? Sleep. There's no fear of missing out here on anything but sleep. Yeah, Wolfman Clint, there's a train really close to here. Thank you, Jack X. And thank you, Faye. Alright, Jimbo James is not ready for sleep, but you can let your mind drift. The process of working through your memories, working through your short-term memory, for your brain to decide what to commit to long-term memory, that happens while we sleep. But while you're awake, the process of... Philosophia, thank you for the heart me. Thank you for confirming your existing membership on the team. Good to see you. You know, I was listening to a replay, January 25th, 2023. And in that replay, I say hi to your old account. I didn't know that you've been here that long. I remember meeting you a month or two later, but I was wrong. We met in January. Yeah, you're an old timer. You've been here for over 2 years. Sup, JR? What's keeping you awake on a Sunday night? Let's run another poll. Okay, JR is pronounced Junior and just came back from a concert. That's great. I am on my fourth live stream of the evening. The previous 3 were very unprofitable, so I'm gonna let that go and just try to meet some new people. Like you, Jimbo James. I have a lot of friends here, but not too many. You shut the fuck up. I'm trying to talk to my random internet friends. mind what I'm doing. Let's talk about you. When was the last time you scrolled into a live where the person on the camera actually gives a fuck about you? What's keeping you awake so late on a Sunday? What do you want? What do you need? Jimbo James, you are fulfilled and satisfied. You should run a TikTok live. There's people out there who might need you for something. Am I in a tent? No, I'm on a bench in front of a house. Am I in a tent? No, I'm on a bench in front of a house. The lighting out here is very poor, but I'm not going to complain. It's not my house. Oh, exactly. Okay, Jimbo James in real life is in a fortunate position to be able to take on the heavy problems of others, as you are fulfilled and satisfied and your cup is full and you have room for other people's problems. You are statistically rare and you're going to do good work. They need you. They need somebody. Emused one could use a few sessions. Alright. Morgan needs to be something. You already are something. You can forget all that stuff that happened, and you can rewire your brain. You can rewire your habits and your responses. For those of you who are still in the cloud of disruption or trauma, there is hope. Aaliyah's Thoughts has asked a catch-22 question. What does everybody else think of that one? Did anybody else read that one? X01HY has a negative attitude, but that'll change. Hello, Jenna, and good evening. Welcome to Sunday night. If a joke doesn't cause someone to laugh, maybe it's the wrong audience. It was probably a really good joke. Your boyfriend's an idiot. You'll find someone new. Your ex-boyfriend was an idiot. And you'll find somebody new. Hello, Patrick. Yeah, well, yelling or not, if you don't like the way somebody treats you, then, you can find somebody else to treat you. Let's not have a scarcity mentality about people. Let's not have a scarcity mentality about people. There's at least 8 billion of them out there. Some estimates go as high as 11 billion. If you know only English, then you have about 1 billion, maybe 2 billion. If you're talking about people who speak English and they're in your age group, then there's 300 to 500 million out there. And very few of us have reached 1 million people yet. Not everybody have you met 1,000 people? Met 1,000 people? There's 300 to 500 million English speakers out there in your age group. Don't worry so much about walking away from people. There's people everywhere. Hello, Alicia. The road's good. Hello, Patrick. Oh, the show went fantastic. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to talk about you. What's keeping you up so late on a Sunday? Patrick had a 6-hour nap. Epic. You should be good to go for a little while then. Hello, MTM Columbus. Good evening. An extra hour of sleep ain't bad. I might be able to get 6 or 7 hours if I go to sleep now. I wonder. Oh, Seven's back. Welcome back, Seven. Hello, Kona. Jimbo James wakes up every hour or two or so. Oh my God, President Biden's here. Good evening, President Biden, if you can hear me. Hello, Maddie Perry. Your hair looks fantastic. Archie wants to know if I can skate. No, I'm not going to pretend to skate. I'm going to tell you the truth and tell you I don't know shit. When I was 11 or 12, I got started with the basics. I could just almost do a little jump. What, do they call it an ollie? I don't know. But I started playing guitar around that time, and I put a lot more time into that. Now today, even though skateboarding tricks would probably do better on TikTok, I can play guitar. How do you learn guitar? You have to have a song in your head that's so strong that you're willing to do anything to make it come alive. Then you'll find an instrument and you'll do anything to make it happen. That's how you learn how to play guitar. If you don't have a song to play, you have nothing. Even if you're improvising. Even if you're improvising, there is something within you that you're trying to express. Without that, there's nothing good can come out of using the tool. It becomes a toy. And you can make some noise, but it would be generous for someone to pretend to want to listen to it. Okay, I'm the guy in the phone. You're looking in my window, not the other way around. I'm taking a big risk to reveal myself to you, so if you're going to make jokes about it, you don't really have to be here. Hello, Lupus Sound. I have seen a few movies, but yeah, I generally stopped watching movies sometime shortly before 2012, maybe. I guess that's 13 years ago, maybe. I've seen a handful of movies since then, but... Hello, Cornelio. Thank you, Jimbo, but I think Cornholio is interesting. Thank you, Jimbo, but I think Cornholio is interesting. You look so pretty in the moonlight, so pretty in the moonlight. That's a street lamp. But thank you for the compliment. Oh, I'm sure there's great movies. A lot of movies are great. But for every hour you spend watching a movie, that's an hour that you're not, or getting the life experience for your own movie, or getting the money for food, or whatever it is you gotta do. I'll take the time to take in other people's art as entertainment once I get the money. To be entertained is a very privileged position, and for the majority of Americans to think that they can justify being entertained is to cosplay as a wealthy person, and that's why you're poor. And that made 3 people leave the room. Fucking cowards. Damn, yo, I just told you some real ass shit, and those fucking cowards left immediately. 3 people left immediately as I said that. That's fucked up. We are on TikTok after all. And it's the risk I take speaking truth here. It cuts the room size down. You're not going to make much money speaking truth. You make money by playing into fantasy. But we'll do that tomorrow. Alright, Patrick took the fam out to a new Brazilian steakhouse in town last night. That sounds amazing. Yeah, 4 quarters might not seem like a lot, but it is 100 pennies. If you were to reach over and pick up a penny, you would have to do that 100 times to get to 4 quarters. Imagine this. Would you do this? You would have to do that 100 times to get to 4 quarters. Imagine this. Would you do this? Four quarters. Imagine this. Would you do this? That 100 times for $1? Pennies are worthless. Pennies are negative money. They're not even worth the calories it takes to handle them. Let me tell you this. If you bent over and got back up 1,000 times, do you think a $10 cheeseburger would be enough to replenish those calories? Probably not. You have to store the pennies. You have to count them. Not everybody accepts pennies, so you have to go through a conversion process. So you have to transport the pennies. Pennies are not worth the time it takes to handle them. It's not worth the calories it takes to handle them. Pennies are negative money. I throw pennies in the street to slow other people down. That's power. You know, power dynamics is the root of most of our perceived problems in the West. Hello, your favorite Scorpio. You are safe here. I'm just a guy in your phone, and I will stay a guy in your phone. See you tomorrow. Patrick used to be able to sustain life just $3.25 a day. And then they raised the price. $8.31, thank you for the follow. You won't be following me that far. It shouldn't be hard to follow me. Jimbo Jones is trying to stay under 1,500 pounds. That's reasonable. I think that would be a severe medical issue if you approach that. I am body positive, but like, that's when you cross over into having a medical related issue. Oh, you're talking about calories. Oh shit. Oh no, that's a myth. Don't count calories. That has nothing to do with being fat or skinny. That has nothing to do with it. Yeah, calories is a psyop. Talk to a nutritionist. No, there's no one-size-fits-all approach. How your body responds to different types of foods, like the way your physiology and the way your metabolism and your chemistry responds to different foods is unique to the individual. There is no one-size-fits-all approach, and you have to come up with something that's specific to your body. Only a nutritionist or a dietitian who works with you on an individual basis can help you determine that, unless if you're willing to take the long road with experimentation. An individual basis can help you determine that, unless if you're willing to take the long road with experimentation. But I think body positivity is, see, the thing about body positivity is if the individual is experiencing body dysmorphia, then we have a problem. Because the only person who should be concerned with your body type is you. You are the only person who that should concern. So if you're not happy with your body, well, then there's a problem. But if any person other than you comments or has a problem with your body type, you're talking to the wrong person. And there's so many people out there. I look like I would be a teacher. That's a shame. You don't make very much money teaching. You don't make very much money teaching. I might do it anyway. Beauty standards, yeah. $3.25 is, oh wow, 15 years later. Okay, Patrick has made progress. 15 years later, a family can take them out to Brazilian steakhouse. That's very good. And you play some low-ass heavy guitar. See, some dudes think that you gotta give, some people, men and women, think that you gotta give that up, but that's not true. There's a lot of people who can still play music after doing what it takes to keep a family together. That's good. Hello, Diana. Unfortunately, I don't know, what is that, Czechoslovakian? Yeah, this is an English program. That's all I know. I'm sorry. I can understand a little bit of Spanish, but I can't speak it. And I can speak Chinese, but I can't understand Chinese. This is an English program. And according to the analytics, 99% of the viewership is within the United States. So, somehow, this is an American program, although I didn't intend for it to be. Well, we shall RDN, although I didn't intend for it to be. Well, we shall RDN 中文. I speak a little bit of Chinese. But if you tried to talk back to me in Chinese, I want to know what the fuck is happening. But if you tried to talk back to me in Chinese, I want to know what the fuck is happening. Yeah, that's the hard part about running a late night show. You know, I'm hanging out with all these late night heads and night shift workers and insomniacs and ADD heads. And then once in a while you get these good hard-working morning folk who come in. They're like, good morning. And I'm like, bro, you are in the wrong fucking room. Sometimes I have to mute them. Does this look like a morning program to you? It is 3:05 on the West Coast, and this Sunday night is just getting started. %80 of statistics are made up, including this one. That's right, Patrick. You are an exception because... see, it's okay. It's okay to hang out with some morning heads, but some morning heads are obnoxious when you're trying to do the late night thing. Imagine if you were at a party, and it's near the end of the party, and you're at a card table with like 4 or 5 friends, and you're still drinking coffees. And then one of them wakes up, and they're like, good morning. And you're like, come sit down and drink coffee with us. Some morning heads can be welcome to the late night party, but some of them are obnoxious. Some of them make you feel bad. They're like, oh, I'm just getting ready for work. Be like, well, we're fucking partying, so get out of here. You're in the wrong room. Go listen to Angry Joe's morning wake-up show. Get you ready for the capitalism. Alright, you're listening to Angry Joe's Hard Rock Morning Show. Let's grab those keys. Fuck that. Not right now. What a horrible way to start your day. Angry Joe. What a horrible way to start your day. Angry Joe's Hard Rock Morning Capitalism Hour. afraid I'm out of time. We should do this again tomorrow. Let's run a goodbye poll. And then I'm going to sign off. We made some new friends tonight, which was really actually what I wanted to accomplish. I already got all the money, so the gifting is no longer a priority, at least not for the next few weeks. Right now, we need to refresh the Tree of Liberty and get 10 to 20 new friends to hang out here. I like my existing friends a lot, but things have been kind of quiet lately, as only a few of my friends are actually trying to talk with me. Lots of hellos, how was your day kind of thing. I need something funnier than that. Oh. Well, it's nice to see you. I think maybe I will hang out for an additional, hello, how was your day? But that's what it's like lately with a lot of my friends. It's like, I don't know. They've been listening to me for too long. There's nothing to say anymore. If I can get 10 or 20 new heads in here, then all my old jokes will sound new again. And I'd be able to keep this program, viable for another 2 or 3 months. Maybe 6. But, did I become telepathic with many of them? Many of them. A few of them, we mutually respond to forming the intention to hang out. What's up, Burning Bills? Your hair looks fantastic. And your shoes are the perfect choice for this occasion. Thank you for participating in the sentiment analysis poll. Hey, Skittles. Sentiment analysis poll. Hey, Skittles. I'm still in Denton, Texas. We're going to be here for another week or 2. Why did I delete that? I removed the person from here. That's not really, I don't want to say anything negative about anybody. I am trying to come out of villain era. That's the theme for this season. You're watching The Sleep Show, season 23. But it's also season 1 of something else. And it'd be nice to get another 10 to 20 friends who don't know anything about where I came from, so that this is what they know. I love my existing friends, they're great. I just need to be able to tell my old jokes again and have it mean something. The whole program starts over when we get the Tree of Liberty refreshed. I do want to try to do In the Pillow Time soon. The last time I did it was about 2 weeks ago. And while I was doing it, I knew it would be the last one, because I knew that I was leaving, but I didn't want to tell anybody until after I left. I mean, there was signs. I mean, obviously I was packing and cleaning all weekend. And me and you-know-who were making jokes about them driving 900 miles to get me. Thank you, Patrick. Yeah, well, in the past, when I thought that I was leaving, I talked about it too much, and some people got in the way through various means. And that didn't happen this time. Being a random internet person isn't about what you say. Being a random internet person isn't about what you say. It's about what you don't say. Hello, Space Ghost Perp. Space Ghost Perp. Thank you, Space Ghost Perp. Space Ghost Perp. Thank you. That's a good name. Yeah, we don't want to jinx anything. I'm not going to talk too much about my next moves. Hello, cat person. Hey. Good opening line. Hey. I feel like we're in a situationship already. You know, the person who I'm touring with, their opening line was, "Are you a scientist?" Now that's a fucking banger opening line. That makes me want to get to know somebody. There we go. Do you not like Harry Potter? That's a good opener. I don't remember what Skittles' opening line was. I just liked the way she treated the other people in the room. I could tell that she was here for everybody and not just for me. And that's why she's a moderator. Some people are here just for me, but some people are here for everybody. Hello, Bork. Thanks for the likes. Bork is here. And then someone said you did, and just sat back and analyzed. Yeah. Paradise found. Paradise found. Okay, I see. Good name. I like it. In response to Paradise Lost. Bork is good people. Bork has many a mutual friend here. Bork is also the type of person who's not here just for me. Bork is here for everybody. Maybe not everybody, but, you know. That's the difference between having a obsessed group of fans versus an actual community. I never did want to start a fan club. And that's not what this is. However, it is healthy for a small number of people here to be obsessed fans, because if I effectively ignore them and they're non-serious, it keeps the chat moving and is just extra stuff to laugh at. We also need a drunk guy who's a little bit older than me and a little bit more creepy than me, but not too creepy. He can't be like sending people DMs or anything, but we have to be a little bit suspicious of him. And if I can effectively ignore him while he just like, you know, speaks rubbish or whatever, keeps the chat moving and has something else to laugh at. My dad might be a good one, Bork. Jack, thank you for the tears. Patrick, I'm glad you made a few friends here. And I'm glad you got tricked into playing D&D the other day. I hope we get to do it tomorrow. You know, the person who runs that person is juggling a lot of stuff. One of the most productive people I've ever seen. I hope they can get on tomorrow for an hour or two. Alright, let's run a sentiment analysis poll, and regardless of the results, I'm going to sign off afterwards. Yeah, Patrick totally got tricked into playing D&D. Thank you for the smileys. Oh, that's a lot of smileys really quickly. I am having fun, Bork, but I mean, I'm working. I know it looks like I'm on vacation because I'm on TikTok. I want to present that I'm having a good time. But, you know, what I'm doing is incredibly risky and difficult. And the work is just beginning. It's not really a vacation, but I'm ready for it. I just sat in a chair for like 3 years. I really need this. Yeah, it's definitely enjoyable work. I think it's amazing that I came to TikTok to play guitar, and we went through all these side quests, and now I'm getting out of it to play guitar. I can't believe it's ending the way it started. And it's not even ending. Like, I still get to do it. I'm just not here for 11 hours a day anymore. I don't have to live here anymore. But this thing can still work. It's just going to work in a different way. I do hope you carry the torch of whateverness while I'm gone. I hope one or more of you runs your own lives, and our mutual friends have a place to see our other mutual friends. Who will carry the torch of hanging out after the... But you're boring. Well, I'm boring too, but it still works. Yeah, I mean, it's okay to be boring. You know, what we really want is just to see somebody we know and to be able to talk with other people in the chat and have some music to listen to. It is very simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. And I would remind myself of that every day, like, listen to. It is very simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. And I would remind myself of that every day, like, all I'm doing is drinking coffee and listening to music with my friends. Why does this have to be so complicated? Hello, Claudia. It's the whateverness we found on the way.